Hi, hello, good morning, and welcome to another Tuesday Thought with me, Claudette. How are you? How have your past week been? Week runs here from Tuesday to Monday because of these 5 minute blog that I do every Tuesday morning, just to share with you a proverb, usually a Jamaican proverb, to that underscores a conversation for the month or for the week. In this case, the conversation is for the month, and we're talking about promises, promises that you made at the beginning of the year, and checking in where you are with those promises, and new ones that you might need to make, and ones that you might need to discard. So, today, if you went to the blog, you would see that the proverb that I'm talking about today is not necessarily a Jamaican proverb. It's one that I heard a lot growing up as a child in Jamaica, and one that I used to use quite often. Funny enough, I haven't used it in a while, at least not since this year for sure. So, this proverb, it goes like this, and it's not in patois, it is in English. A promise is a comfort to a fool. Like I said on the blog, the conversation is not about politics, but it's hard not to think about the campaign going on in the United States right now. It's very hot here and I'm sweating already. Yes, it's hard not to think about the campaign, the election campaign going on in the United States right now, and so many promises being made, whether it's about freedom, equality, or whether it's about building walls. I'm not getting into that as much as I would love to, but this is not what this is about. This is about positivity. And in truth and in fact, what's going on there right now is not really positive. Promises is a comfort to a fool. I used to hear that after waiting for hours or days or months for somebody to fulfill a promise made to me. My mom, I believe, might have been the first person who said it, or maybe someone in the neighborhood. A promise is a comfort to a fool. They gave you that to hold you, as we would say, just to shut you up, to get you off their back. Have you ever had that experience where somebody made a promise to you just to get you off their back, just to get you on their side, even to vote for them probably, or to do something for them? I promise I'll do it for you. Just get that done for me, and I'll bring you that thing or whatever. Yes. Sometimes we even make promises to ourselves that we don't keep. And so I guess you can make yourself a fool too if you make those promises that you don't keep. My compatriot, the late Bob Marley, had a saying, or at least it was attributed to him, which goes something like this: that everybody's going to hurt you one day or one day to come. So the task that you have is to figure out who it's worth making the sacrifice, who it's worth being with, who it's worth loving, or whose promises it's okay to take. You're willing to take promises from them. That is the truth. It's all up to you. You, first of all, the only person promises you can rely on are the ones that you make to yourself. It's a sad day when you make promises to yourself and you're really simply fooling yourself. So I invite you, look in your mirror right now, as soon as you're done watching this, and make some promises. Make some new ones, delete some, but make some promises that you know by the end of this year they will be done. You will have fulfilled those promises because you're not going to make a fool of yourself. You don't need to post them anywhere. You don't need to tell anybody, maybe if that's not your way. Or if you're like me, some promises you need to be held accountable, and close friends might do that for you. But whether you're telling anyone or not, make yourself some promises. Then from there, make promises to make promise to live your best life. That's the only promise that you need to make. And if you make that promise from the clearest, cleanest, most clarified space in your heart, that's a promise that you will never feel you've made a fool of yourself or anyone, because anyone who comes into your experience will immediately know who they're dealing with, what you're made up of, and what promises you're not going to even listen to. As always, have a wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful rest of the week, a wonderful rest of the month. Until next week, Tuesday, however, I love you as always. Namaste.